never has a filter.
It comes to my mind and it just comes out.
It comes and goes.
Pretty much.
Anthony, try your mic.
There was a lot of sex
Test 1 2 3 4. Test 1 2 3 4. I'll probably be popping up a lot like this though. Just to give you a heads up. I sound fine. I haven't put on the headphones yet.
Okay. Could you do that?
Yeah, of course.
Did you have the oral surgery today?
I did.
What do you have?
I have 2 more procedures coming up for I'm doing a root canal.
I had one. Yeah, I'm getting one too.
Yeah, so right now I just have that that weird stuff in my mouth. And that's fun because I've been doing.
See?
Yep.
See? This is how the show goes. Watch.
Yeah.
Watch.
No, it's perfect.
All right, we'll talk about it.
I'm gonna try not to play with this phone too much.
Achtung! You are listening to the Weiscrackin show with your hosts Dave and Frauleins Becky and Ali.
Hey, good evening. It is February 6th, 2018. I have been off for, what, a little over a month? Becky, pay attention. And we are now back on the air. I got a little desperate, so I reached out to Anthony Crescenzo, comedian, and Doug
thanks.
Max.
Yeah,
Really, way to put it out there. I got desperate, picked up Anthony on the street. It was him or a hooker. I couldn't figure out which one I was gonna go with. He seemed cheaper.
I got the hooker next
I'm
to me,
sitting right
so.
here.
Oh, really? What's up?
That's okay. How you doing?
I know how you feel about homeless people anyway, so I'm not a.
I don't know what hookers have to do with the homeless, but
You know,
Yeah.
homeless hookers.
Where did you get that
No,
from?
because he likes homeless people.
No, I do
No, he
not.
doesn't like homeless people. He does like hookers, though, right? Yeah, it depends.
No, because a hooker jumped into the back of my car once while I was waiting for one of my buddies. I didn't know he was buying drugs. We were across the street from a project, and hooker jumped in the back of my car, and I didn't know what to
A
do. 'cause
hooker jumped in the back of my car.
I was
What
like,
is this, Grand
you
Theft
need
Auto?"
to get out of my car. And she was like, you need to drive me down the street. There's somebody chasing me. And I'm stupid, so I didn't look behind me. Fine, I'll drive you down the street and then you get out of my car. And as soon as I started the car, like as soon as I drove, like, no, I'm not even joking, like 2 feet, cops were right behind me. Pew! I got not only I got pulled over, they took away my car. I got a ticket for picking up a hitchhiker. And they're like, you know, the hooker you were picking up has AIDS. You know that, right? I'm like, I wasn't picking up a hooker. She jumped in my car. Like, okay,
Sure,
okay, yeah,
sure.
we understand.
Was this Asbury Park, one of those $10 toothless hookers?
Patterson?
Patterson.
Yeah, so she had 3 teeth.
Even better. Becky, how are you?
good. I'm well. How are you?
Yeah, good. You
So did you miss me when I was gone?
I did.
Did you miss me like a hemorrhoid, or you missed me like your future ex-girlfriend?
Hemorrhoid.
Damn.
I'm going with hemorrhoid.
Oh, that works.
Say hi to the redheaded princess. It's almost been 6 months in my relationship. I know you can't believe it.
Ugh.
Shut up. I know you can't stand my love story.
No, it's
Mr.
quite
Max.
disgusting.
Shut up. You're just jealous because you're a whore. And,
You know what? I could really go for some Captain Morgan.
Oh,
Just
no,
saying.
just brought the Captain Morgan.
I did.
So listen, in our audience tonight, we have 2 members from River Monsters. Rock Pop. You said rock.
Power pop.
What's Power Pop? Power Pop Hard Rock. So we have Joe Berardi and Bill Toohey, right? Okay. My boy Dominic Sanjel, if I can give a yell out to him. He's the lead singer, he claims. Okay. You guys will be performing at the Stone Pony. When is that? The 24th. And you guys will be on my show the Tuesday before. Performing, doing like a acoustic setup and, you know. Okay, cool. Good to have you guys. Thanks for showing up. Mr. Max, where are your headphones?
They're on the table.
You gotta put them on.
I can hear.
You can hear?
Do I have to have them?
You do.
I can
You have
hear
to be like the rest of us. You
I
have to.
can hear you guys perfectly fine.
You sure? All right.
I am.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Shut off his mic, you won't know.
Both are comedians. Tell me about yourselves. Mr. Doug, you're first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am a comedian.
Right. What do you have coming up?
Lots of. I didn't know there was going to be a
Oh
calendar.
my God, really?
You didn't know there was going to be
I
a quiz on
I
this?
said come out for self.
Oh God.
I'm doing this for the love of it. I'm not doing
Right,
it for
right. The love of my
the
show.
entertainment. No, I didn't say the love of your show.
You
for
need-
the love of doing comedy, not
Okay, all right.
Hey, Doug, talk into the
That
mic so
doesn't
this way
matter.
the ones of us that can hear through the microphone can hear you.
How many people listening to me are going to come out? How many
Yeah,
Put
put his head in there. Yeah, get him.
You like it. You
Oh,
like
no.
it.
I like watching it. I don't like
I have to be that loud?
have to be-
I don't want to get bacteria from...
Oh, my, here we go.
Don't go near Dave's then.
Oh my, dude, you have no idea. I saw him when he first started. He used to put like condoms on the mic. He was like cleaning it off and
I
stuff.
did a joke that I was going to put a condom, but I covered it with a white napkin and a rubber band.
Did you really? Are you that much of a
I
germaphobe?
did that a few times.
Really?
No, I pretended. I wasn't
All
really
right,
that
okay.
bad, but it was...
And how
I
many
kinda laughed.
stents have you done in past?
How many who what?
How many psych facilities have you been in, if any?
Counting currently?
Currently.
Is this a psych facility? Did I miss
It
something?
is. Well, it's my show.
This
so-
really
Wait a minute,
explains
I
a
know
lot
the
about your
answer.
daughter's stories now.
I
Right.
know the answer to this question. Wait a minute. Would you believe, maybe visiting, but really never as a patient?
Never as a patient? I'm
slipped
shocked.
by.
I'm shocked to find that
Well,
out.
I used to be a sprinter, so I'm very quick.
We're all a little fucked up.
Oh.
It's
Yo.
not that they didn't try.
30 seconds or less. What's good?
So, Doug, tell us what you.
Tierney's Tavern is coming up this Sunday in Montclair, run by a wonderful woman. And then I've got Broadway Comedy Club the 23rd. I've got
Where is Broadway?
it 53rd and near 8th Avenue.
You know where Broadway is.
Broadway Comedy is 53rd.
No, the
and 8th
Broadway
Avenue.
I
And
know.
not
is in-
Roosevelt Avenue.
is-
There's a difference.
It's more of like Hunts Point that I know.
Oh, I'm going to be at Roxy and Duke's.
Right.
Wait a minute, what's the date? It's either. Oh, it's not tonight. Next week.
I hope
tonight
it's not
I'm
tonight because you'll be
Roxy
missing
and
your
Duke's.
show.
Is this real life?
I've got a wonderful show. Bagels and Baklava is coming up.
The Jew doing bagels and baklava.
I'm only one of them.
Surprise.
Surprise. Right.
And then I know I've got something coming up at another one at Broadway, April.
It is hot in here, isn't it? Hot?
That's because you're sitting next to me.
It is. That's what it's from.
Your
Anyway.
future
Between you and
ex-girlfriend.
Doug.
I'm doing that. I'm doing other things. I'm taking care of my 94-year-old World War II veteran dad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
94? Okay.
94. Yeah.
Thank your dad
He
for
would
his
love
service.
this place.
Which side of the war was he on?
It's like 100
What's
degrees
what
in
side
here.
of the
He
war
would
was he
love
on?
this.
I don't think he was a Jewish
Germany.
Nazi.
He was captured. He was captured by the Nazis.
Was he?
He was made to work as a slave laborer, not at a concentration camp, not as a POW. He was like repairing railroad. They made him sleep outside on the side of the road in the middle of a German winter. He escaped.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, true story?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
If he was Asian, they would have sent him to America. to do the
Right,
same
to
thing at
build the
that time.
railroads over here. I gotcha. Anthony Crescenzo, how are you doing?
Everything's good.
So you had Becky. You had oral surgery today.
He's got that
Yeah,
funny.
I have all
that-
kinds of
that
nice
stuff.
tools in my mouth. They were just
Anthony, you know,
they were just digging around for feet.
did you forget that I do low-cost surgical procedures?
I did not.
For my-
That's
all my
why I did
comic
not call you.
friends?
That's one of his. What's that? Gene, what? Oh, okay.
What?
So
You
we
want
had
something?
you had tools in your mouth.
Yeah, I did.
Becky, you can relate to tools in your mouth.
I have no idea what you're talking
Right.
Usually
So-
battery operated.
about. Nope. it's the
Sometimes there's a
two-
blackout. You got to use the.
Nope. It's the two-stroke oil mix.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Gotta have a bedroom window open at all times.
So
Is that a crank or is it like how do you
It's a
actually
pull
start it up?
start.
Okay, good. No, those things are good. They last a long,
a
long,
long
time.
A long
See,
time.
that's why you go with the diesel.
Anything
That's
with
right.
anything with Becky turns sexual anyway.
Yes, it does.
So how are you feeling now?
Aside from the side of my face being a little bit numb, at one point today, actually, I turned to the dentist and I'm like, I think we got a problem. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I think I'm having a stroke. He goes, that's the anesthetic. That's you're not having a stroke. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I feel like I'm having a stroke. He's like, are you Jewish? Because you're really neurotic right now. I'm like,
Doug?
and I was like, I'm gonna be hanging out with one later on. So
You want me to check him out?
Well,
you already did.
Stand up, Anthony.
you have a tool to put in his
All
mouth.
right, hold
so-
on. Let me unzip first.
We have a little, we have
Gene,
a
you,
little test.
Gene, you see where my show goes?
It's only
by the
gonna
way?
get worse from here, brah. It's only gonna.
This is not Jerry Petito's show, so we can. There's no limits here. But what do you have coming up as far as comedy goes?
Let's see. I'm over at Eastville like just about every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then whenever I'm not there, I'm over at Comedy Cove in Springfield. Also, they have me over in Philly a lot now. There's this new place that they just opened up, I think, like 2-3 months ago. It's called the Free House or Freedom House. Freedom House, and I don't remember what it's something like that. Good place.
Way to
Way to
promote.
plug the place.
No, I'm
you
just
play.
because I've only been there like once or twice.
It's the
and
Freedom
stupid-
something or whatever the fuck it's called.
think it's
Victoria
due to
Free
put
House.
the
That's what it's
free-
called. Victoria Free House.
Victoria. Okay.
Yeah, I did the first show I did over there maybe like a month ago, something like that, because I was just unavailable. They kept sending me out to other places. The same weekend I was supposed to be over there. The first time I wound up on Lake Erie during the storm.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was weird because it wasn't like during the storm. It was right in between the two. It was right in between the two big storms. So like I came in right after the 60 inches, and I was like,
I
oh
wish
my-
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Becky,
Damn.
You noticed?
There was a lot of pleased housewives that morning.
You see
feel the
why?
sweat
You see what
starting to
happens
drip
when she said
down.
60 inches? You see how that went? But
Yeah, so it was crazy. So so then the next month they were like, you gotta go down to Philly. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll go down to Philly. And I was like, all right. My friend told me this isn't that great of a show. I went down there. The place is packed. Everybody had a great time. Freaking, I usually don't say I had a really good set, but I had a good set that night. And everything went well. I walked away with a good deal of money in my pocket, and drove back home. And I was like, okay, this is pretty awesome. Let me know
Wow.
when we're coming back. Like, all right, well,
'cause I love
we're
this
doing
place
like
no
3
matter what
days.
your
So
name is. I'll remember.
whatever your name is, as long as you pay me, I don't care what your
yeah,
name is.
Victoria Free House.
When
Keep
you
putting
guys-
money in my pocket. What's
when,
up?
When you guys are plugging the Stone Pony, remember the Stone Pony. Don't go.
Yes,
that,
please do.
that place in Asbury, that bar in Asbury. What the hell?
The
I think it's
fuck
called
up-
like the Marble Horse or something.
Something like the Marble Horse.
fucked up mule.
So did
The
you guys,
cement cattle.
Did you guys get past the flu? Did you guys catch the flu at all? I had it for like 2 weeks. You just got over it, right?
I had it for a week. Yeah.
I did not. I
You
did
didn't
not.
get it. You didn't get it either.
No, but I kill things coming into my body with nicotine vapor, mango nicotine vapor.
There's nothing like seeing
I don't
well,
think that lungs are things going into your body.
Right. You can get popcorn lung from that.
Yeah, you can.
I'm concerned
You
about
can
your
get
health.
popcorn lung from regular cigarettes.
You can also
Somebody
get
in the medical community
cancer
back me up?
from just regular air.
Anybody?
I don't know nothing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
nothing.
you can get
Weird, man.
cancer from regular air. Listen to Anthony. He went to med school.
Yes,
he
I
knows
did.
what he's talking about.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
You went to med school? 6 years?
Mhm.
So how come you're not a doctor?
Because they're not funny.
Well, there was that show Scrubs. They were funny on Scrubs.
They're all actors. Like, what, are you serious right now? You think that they're real doctors?
No, I know I don't. But you went to school
Dave,
for
are you
6.
crazy?
you-
You think TV doctors? Are you moron? Are you a moron?
Wait, call me a
They're
moron. My
TV.
show?
He
They're
did.
TV
I
doctors.
know.
They're
He
not
did.
real.
I would just like to
Dave.
mention that I did not call the host a moron. Somebody next to me did.
Right,
Well,
but
I
you.
just- I just-
But wait. You went to school for 6 years.
extrapolated.
What did you walk away?
Oh
with?
my God, I'm screwing with you. I totally didn't. I didn't even graduate high school in 4 years.
Okay, all right. Because I thought you went, and then you're fucking.
Well,
you
no,
know.
I did go to school. I did go to college for what was it, like 8 years or something like that. But that was just regular college because I'm dumb.
I 8
visited
years.
My nephew.
We got a
in
phone
medical
call.
school.
Wow, already?
No,
Oh my
let's
God.
go.
I wasn't even asking for one.
Yeah,
Hey, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, this is John.
Who's this?
This is Sam Hill.
Mhm.
You looking for Brecco?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. He'll be here in a second.
Who's Sam Hill?
right.
What's up,
Who
dude?
does Sam Hell's this?
What the shame hell going on? Yeah, let me talk.
You want pizza? You want blowjob? What are you calling? Like, who-
I'm a fat bastard. I'll take both.
Hello?
hello?
Hey man, how you doing? I'm still here.
Are you talking to me?
Well, we're fucking around, but yeah, what's up, man? What's
I'm
your,
looking to talk to John Brecco.
what's your name, man?
Sam Hill, the native.
Oh,
Ooh.
yo, bro, it already passed my show. It's
Oh, your
9.
show's done?
Yeah, bro, my show's at 8:30.
But you can be on our show.
If you want to be on their show, you can.
Tick tock,
fucking
tick
guy.
tock.
Yeah.
Are we on the air right now? You guys are wild.
Yeah, we're on the
Yeah,
air
you're
right
on the
now.
air right now, man.
Yeah, we're just a wild bunch right here.
You called the wrong show.
Anything?
but-
Anything you want to contribute?
Hey, man, y'all have a good night, man. Over here from the West Coast, this is Have Eliminated, man. Y'all be easy.
Oh, it's
I
from the
guess
West
just
Coast.
call in
bro.
an hour earlier next time, man. All right. Happens, man. Don't worry about it.
He's just on a time delay. That's all.
All right, have a good
Yeah,
night.
he is.
All right, that's cool. Well, that was awkward.
A little bit.
So you guys, did you
He's trying
guys,
to pick up one of Jerry's orders.
did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
Gino's rather.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I could care
I-
less.
I
Like,
did not.
no, you didn't watch it.
I
Did you
saw
watch
Monk,
Hell no, I didn't
Monk
watch
and
it.
Columbo.
By the way, I watched the Super Bowl almost completely sober. Like I try to do every year.
it? Nah,
Why?
you know what?
Honestly, because I want to watch the game.
I get the love of sports and everything, but when people go, it's my team, it's my this, and they go and they're wearing other guys' shirts and slapping each other slapping the guys on the ass. It's not your team. You did nothing to contribute. It's
Oh, but it's my team.
is it what? The
Oh,
Eagles?
it is. No.
Oh, what?
Actually-
The ass smacking.
Oh,
I'm
the
all
ass.
for
Oh,
it.
the ass smacking.
Actually, let me go
My
right up
team.
against your point right now. If it wasn't for the fans, and I'm going to say it this way, if it wasn't for the fans, they wouldn't have teams. Because the fans are actually the ones that are buying the tickets, watching the commercials.
Yeah, but the Eagles fans are.
purchasing things that are going
Let's-
into the
let's talk-
commercials, buying the T-shirts, buying Canada Dry at the friggin' stadiums, like doing all that stuff. That is how you are able to continuously have a franchise. That's how you get Carson Wentz
Not impressed.
from
Not
North
like
Dakota State
sports-
University.
Sport, I could care less about Justin Timberlake and care less about these drunk Eagle fans.
Imagine.
Just don't
if-
give a
if-
shit.
Imagine if.
Don't care.
Imagine if even 10% of the resources that go to sports like that in this country went to education,
Education,
or
infrastructure, healthcare. Right.
Let's order
Education.
pizza.
Go ahead and privatize education, and that'll happen because sports are privatized. They're not a public facility.
No, they're
But, you know,
not. But it's just
we hold up a football player. I
kind of
don't mean
toppings
to,
do you want?
we hold these
them
football.
up into great esteem.
Right,
And
right.
then
Anything goes.
You know, and then we got what we got now.
I'm just.
Always love some.
I just wanted to know who watched it, but I I'll catch the commercials on YouTube. I'll catch the highlights, I guess. But
What?
I wasn't raised in a sports house.
There's always
But
room.
what I don't get is, and especially with Eagles fans.
It's all right there.
Shut up for a second.
We're trying to order pizza here.
Or order
Because you're
pizza.
talking about football.
Order
so-
pizza off the air. So listen, it's the celebration afterwards, and this was complete. And tell me if I'm wrong.
It was
Complete.
a Toyota Prius.
It- no,
deserved
besides
to
that-
be
Got my
flipped.
pee smacked while
It-
talking to you.
It was complete
Whoa.
white privilege because if this was a black crowd out there in Philadelphia that were setting fires and turning over cars, and it was mostly whites out there, and it's the videos out there. They would have been out there with police with cannons and riot gear, but because these are white drunk guys celebrating their their victory, it's okay. It's a pass. Only 3 people arrested that night, which I didn't get at all.
Yeah, but did you see the guys falling off the light poles?
Yeah,
I
but
did.
that's actually.
Cool.
Celebrated.
Let me say this. That's actually normal for sports rallies to get completely out of control,
But
and
why-
for cops to not
Why-
get abusive about it because they understand that they're just getting overhyped about celebrating. That's
No,
very normal.
it's-
all the riots that you see that are like all they're gonna hurt somebody. It has nothing to do with sports. It's all political stuff.
It's no. It's not your.
No, I'm
to
not
se-
offering. Can you open it?
Oh, to destroy your city,
God
but
damn.
to set fires and destroy your city and turn over cars is not celebration. You should be held to it. This should be held to a standard. If this was a black thing, there would have been a big problem. This was like more predominantly black people doing it than white, there would have been an issue. But because there were white people, it was there were only 3 arrests that night, 3 or 4 arrests total. Should have been a lot more. There was destruction or fires all over the city. The police called for the National Guard.
Well,
That's
it's
all I'm getting.
Philadelphia. They only have so many
I know,
cops.
I
Not
know.
to be. I'm not trying to be stupid when I say that, but they don't have the police force that like New
right,
York has.
Right. I know. So
They can't arrest as many people.
We
So-
could become deputies and go down there and arrest.
you
people.
can become
Good
deputy.
luck with
No,
that.
you-
All right,
you-
you enjoy
we
that.
could
So
arrest
we will
white people in
move
Philly.
on. I just want to know if you guys saw the Super Bowl and just wanted to say my bit. So that's where I'm at. Anthony, stop rolling your eyes. over
No, I'm
there.
good. I'm.
How's your tooth?
That's why I'm rolling my eyes. That's exactly. That's the reason that I'm rolling my eyes.
Where is
I was gonna
Where's
order
Tom
pizza.
It
tonight?
hurts.
Where's Tom tonight?
I don't know. He's probably bringing the pizza.
Say.
You probably eat it on the way over.
Everybody's got pizza and sausage on the brain.
Yo, if we're really ordering food, get me a drink too while we're doing that.
Are you ordering food from Papa's? Are you going to order food from
That's
Papa's?
what we were talking about.
I don't
Oh, Papa closes.
know. Okay, I don't know.
No.
So,
Don't give me.
Doug,
Yes.
you do a Donald
Give me
Trump, you
cancer
said.
next.
Oh yes, I do a wonderful Donald Trump.
Do you? Let me,
Yeah, you did.
It's magnificent.
there's nothing, look at
No.
Anthony.
I'm hearing it's like an echo in the room.
There's nothing magnificent about Donald Trump, but go ahead and,
Oh yes, there.
Well, you know, I did a set. I imitated.
look at the face. There it is.
It doesn't need to be a good Donald Trump. It just needs to emulate his character, and I can channel his sociopathy.
Let me
Oh,
hear
so
it.
you
it
do
doesn't
that, I'm gonna
matter.
do Obama. Go ahead.
I did a comedy show, and I pretended to be Trump answering the American people's questions. So, anybody
Gene, you
has
have a question for Donald
Anybody wants
Donald
to
Trump?
find out what Donald Trump is thinking about something? I have the ability to know what he's thinking.
Any other pizza places around?
Oh, there's some fantastic pizza places.
cool.
Oh,
I got a question for you. When you have a daughter that looks better than your wife, and how do you deal with that?
very, very hard to keep my hands off of Ivanka. Very hard to keep my.
And the other daughter?
Listen, if
and the
you
other
had
daughter-
a daughter,
He doesn't even
if
like
your
Tiffany.
daughter-
He hates
I
Tiffany.
know.
if your daughter looked like her, you would want her too. So I think
I'm
I'm just like every
I'm not
other
anti-Trump or
American,
anything like that, but
full-bodied American man wanting my daughter. I mean, Ivanka.
A little bit. A little bit. What do you think about Donald paying off that porn star, $130,000?
Oh, you should see the video I got of her for $130. It's beautiful. There's a shower scene, absolutely radiant, sort of golden, but I call it radiant.
I think radiant's a too big of a word to use for Trump. I think
I know lots of big words.
big
Like
words,
words.
words,
Words is one of the biggest words.
the best words.
Yeah.
The, what?
Why are we talking about tube steak?
Huge. It's bigly.
Bigly.
So I was listening to your show. Very impressive. Very impressive. I heard you say Becky could turn anything sexual, and I'm wondering if that's really.
I
if
don't
that's
know
a
anything.
Gauntlet.
Listen, I am the angel of.
Darkness.
Yeah,
You're
pretty
not.
much.
No. There's.
If you
So how
want
do
to
you
have
feel
a
about my-
pageant, you can join into my pageant. It's a wonderful pageant.
The wonderful pageant,
come-
the best pageant.
You come down, you walk around, you buy some clothing, and we give you some money for school.
Hey,
Yeah.
I have an idea. Why these guys are here from the band? Can we
Oh.
play like a sample of their songs? Can we
I
do
think
that?
I was actually going to ask you about that earlier.
Can either
do
of
it?
them sing like Donald Trump?
Sing like
it's
Donald
all
Trump.
clean, right? We can do
River
like.
Monsters must
What do you
sing
mean
like.
clean? Right, because we all speak PG.
I know, but you never know who's. tuning
We
in
opened
at
the
9:30
show
at night.
talking about hookers.
We did.
Who
Right, but
was
let's
talking-
worry
I
about the
wasn't
CD
talking
being
about
clean.
hookers.
I was just talking about Becky and her part-time.
Right?
job.
At least let it
Although
go
I
catch a
will say,
break.
It's just a part-time.
Hey,
gig.
whatever you want to play. We have a little audience here. I want to do a little promotion on you guys. See what we got going.
I have an audience.
You have an audience.
Oh.
I think I have three
Alright.
people. I think I have
That
three
means you
people
gotta take off
watching.
the sweatshirt. That's really what it means.
It's only the sweatshirt?
I want to see if
No, but we're gonna start somewhere.
Oh, all right.
I want to see if the
Starting
redheaded
point.
princess will check in too. Has she
She
checked
was
in?
on.
She was on.
Yeah.
She's tired. Whatever song you want to play. What do you want to play?
He wants to do number 2.
Hurry up and wait.
He wants to do number 2.
No, we're good.
You can't do number 2 in here, man. You can't.
Actually, we can because I distinctly remember going to the bathroom last time I was here, and Dave comes out and goes, "You don't want to go in there for a little bit, like you just, like I'm sorry, I'm
yeah,
so sorry." And I went, "What is it? Hurry up and wait."
Yeah. Well,
That's the name of the song. Hurry up and wait.
What am I hearing?
hurry. Oh, that's me. That's
Dude,
me. Sorry.
What
sorry,
are you
my phone.
doing?
Sorry, I was behind. Fuck off. I was behind. Fucking asshole.
Catch up, would you?
Sorry, my bad. I didn't realize
It's
my
your
phone was
show,
on.
and you're putting it on a
I
5-second
know,
delay.
I know.
So is he queuing it up?
Yeah,
Is it
queue
called-
up, hurry up and wait. All right, so this
It's
is
like
by-
Howard Stern if Howard Stern was drunk.
So hurry up and wait reminds me of one of my favorite true stories from comedy. about a comic who didn't poop for 14 days.
That's what my date said
Oh,
the other day.
tell. I know what he's talking about. So tell.
Well, we're queuing up a song, so I think
All right, dude. All right, give him time to cue it up. Gene's a little.
maybe I could tell the story with this playing in the background.
No, wait. I want to hear their song. I want you to tell your
All
story.
right, so I paid for this story. It's a great story.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Oh yeah.
Was she good?
Get me popcorn. This is a great story.
Oh yeah, she was good.
All
but
right,
That's
awesome.
another story.
Oh,
That's
okay.
another story.
All right, go ahead,
Hey.
because I want to hear their song too. So.
Women are always good for me. Isn't it like that for you guys?
Tell the road story.
Tell the road story.
Oh,
Tell
you
it.
really want to hear?
Yeah,
I didn't say
yeah.
anything about the road story.
Dude, I turned towards
So-
you. I obviously want to hear this.
Is it good?
So the true story is a comic sociopath who I had come to associate myself with, and if I burped, I excuse myself. Came to me after a year and a half of close association with him, and said, "Hey man, I gotta ask you a favor, but I gotta go." And I'm like, "Oh, he's gonna ask me a favor." A week later, he comes to me. He goes, "Listen, I need a life-saving operation, and insurance won't cover it. Will you loan me money?"
That's right. He's an online doctor. Doug Max is.
I offered to do surgery. He would not accept. money.
Okay.
I offered to write him a letter to the insurance company. He's like, no, we're past that. It's okay if you don't. I need a life-saving operation, but it's okay if you don't loan me the money. So I say, okay. Then he calls back an hour later and says, oh, I looked at the bill. It's $1,000 more. Is that okay? I loan him the money. 2 weeks later, I drive him. I offer to take him for this life-saving medical procedure.
This is a true
When I
story.
picked him up, his face was all covered with like lines from face work.
Okay.
Turns out his life-saving procedure was liposuction.
On his face.
Huh? No, in part on his face, in part mostly here.
Okay.
So friends of mine went on 2 weeks after this procedure, friends of mine went with this comic on a road show. They had a show Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Thursday night, the show seemed fine. Friday morning, they found this guy coiled up in a ball, turning blue in the hotel room bathroom.
Oh, shit.
They took him to the emergency room. Turns out he hadn't pooped for 14 days. So the reason I'm laughing is because I loaned him the money. He never paid. He came up with 20 different excuses. At the end, I threatened to go to the police and the district attorney, and I finally ended up.
Why didn't he?
Getting my
What was
money
wrong
back.
with him?
He had body disfigure issues. I don't know.
No, he couldn't. Why? I don't understand why he didn't crap for
He was full of shit.
for 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Can you imagine me with my stomach? My God, I can't imagine not going. Jesus Christ, 2 weeks?
So, and since this is your show, I won't tell that. That's
No,
too disgusting.
no. Go ahead.
No.
You can't.
Disgusting.
You can't
Wait
do
a second.
that.
Wait a second.
He just
Oh,
said
This
hold
is
up.
my show, and said I won't say it because it's disgusting. It's my show. Say it because it's disgusting.
If
You have
not,
to
we
say-
get offended if you don't.
If
say
you
it.
don't say it, so say it. There's nothing. Don't hold back, Doug. You can't tell that story about a guy who didn't shit for 2 weeks.
Do you know one of the
And
things
then say,
my
I can't tell you
girlfriend-
that part. It's gross.
One of the things my girlfriend often tells me is she says, "You should think before you speak."
Well, now that you didn't speak, you didn't
I get
think,
told that all the
I
time.
get
Look
told
how
that all
far
the
that
time,
got
too.
me.
Right, we both have no filter. So
Shit.
no, what's the disgusting part you're leaving out?
Who stuck their finger up his butt?
It was similar.
Oh,
enema,
okay.
What
enema,
happened?
That's all.
What happened?
Nothing. That didn't work either.
No?
Nothing. 14 days. After a day or two, don't you go, ooh, I'm kind of... And after 2 or 3 days...
No. Wait.
don't you go, "Ooh, this is really-"
Rewind. Kind of what?
14
Wait.
days.
You're kind of what?
You're
Backed
kind of what?
up.
Oh.
You know?
He just made the face like, No.
You're not...
Well, Becky does a
I'm
lot of.
pretty-
She does a
I'm-
lot of anal sex, so she never
That
has
shit
that
just
problem.
slides
She
right
just
out,
slides
falls out.
And
falls
it keeps your system as clean. This guy had...
Oh, yeah, that's what we'll go with.
Right. We'll go with that. That's a good one.
Keeps the bills paid.
Keeps the bills paid. So what's the disgusting part? How do you get it out finally?
What'd they put up there? I'm curious.
I really...
Wait. You're talking.
Thank God I
you're
don't know the end of the story.
You're talking about my
He's
show.
still
We talked
alive.
about what people shove up their ass.
We've talked about that.
what people put in their vaginas.
Yep.
What people put in the tip of their penis.
Yep. We've gone there.
We've gone. We've seen
You
it.
know, that reminds me of a
Yes.
wonderful set I wrote about modern day sexual perversions.
What about that chick with the blowjobs and fruit?
We,
Remember her?
Jane, oh, Gene, we got to do that one day. We got to have a bunch of fruit, and Allie and Becky will do blowjob demonstrations
Whoa.
on the fruit. It's awesome, including a pineapple. Picture that one.
And a cucumber.
And a cucumber.
How big are their jaws?
You won't
Hey.
believe what they do with the pineapple.
How do you
rings.
get a pineapple in your mouth?
Nobody said anything
N-
about our
mouth?
mouth.
Oh,
The pineapple's an opening.
So is
Picture
this
No,
it,
it's
right.
just an opening.
Just an opening.
Yes.
so is this like
If you want to
the
come
exact
back,
opposite of
this is-
childbirth?
What?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I know.
I'm
Alright.
sorry.
She's used to
I'm
that.
here for the Cohen wedding. I must be in the wrong place.
All right, so let me hear. I want to hear the River Monsters, their song "Hurry Up and Wait." We're gonna hear how long, like how long is the song? Okay, Gene, play whatever. I want. Okay, so is this the first one? Wait, is this a new song?
Yeah, this is the Stone Pony show is the C-Day debut.
That's a CD deep. So this is the first time it's being played on air.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, baby.
All right. So all right. So
Ladies
listen.
and gentlemen,
All
the
right.
debut of Hurry Up and Wait.
There you go. Go ahead. Yeah, that was. Oh my God, is that Dominic singing? Is that
Yeah.
you guys singing? Wow,
That's me and Dominic. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That sounded awesome.
Can
Thank
you,
you, guys.
Gene? Can you move
Appreciate
the
it.
camera so we can get these guys in? I'm gonna do a little impromptu video right now. A little impromptu video. That was really good.
Thanks, guys.
I gotta say, after hearing that, I feel like I want to take my panties off and throw them at you. But you guys are kind of beat because I don't wear any.
And thank you for not using auto tune. I
No,
listened.
actually, we do not. I
That-
have autotune. but
That was
we don't
really
use it.
good. So now we have Joe
Yes.
and we have Bill.
Yes.
Okay, from River Monsters, debuting your first. Well, that was your first debut on air, right?
Yes.
Wow. Of Hurry Up and Wait. What's your when you guys write? Where do you get it? Like, where do you come up with your things?
The goal is for me, because I've been writing songs for a very long time. Is
He's got a great voice, doesn't he? Like a great radio voice.
Thanks.
Are
Yeah.
you talking about radio, or were you going to go somewhere else?
No, I was not going radio. I was going
Oh,
radio.
okay.
Do you want to go somewhere else, Becky?
Listen, Let me just check and make sure.
Well, let me talk. But just amazing. Just
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
it sounds.
Yeah,
good.
sounds awesome.
I've been doing this for a long time, so my goal is like the comedian guys. And my goal is to make the audience like the music. You know, one of the things is we have a joke in the music business is I love jazz. Just don't take this wrong to the people of the jazz, but jazz guys play 30 notes to 3 people.
Right.
The blues guys play 3 notes to 3,000 because they play to the audience.
Yeah.
And the goal, you know, I'm not out. And I've parted with bands before because these guys want to just sit and write these eclectic, crazy, ethereal. And I'm like, no, you got to write things that you want to tap your foot to and sing along to.
Yeah.
Is that the goal? Do you guys agree with me?
We do.
I
It
agree, but
reminded
it's
me-
not true in the comic world that everybody, you know.
Right. You want to tell good, funny jokes, right?
Well,
Or do you want to be? Or do you
I-
want to be
me,
eclectic
no.
and weird?
Thank you.
Doug tries to
I'm
be
not
funny.
that kind of
you know,
comment.
buddy.
No, I mostly tell true stories that
Right.
you know
Yeah.
come from me. All comics aren't like that. You have Gallagher who's Smashing Pumpkins.
Right.
So you've got you'll listen to musicians that you might respect their,
Right.
but you know not really respect.
I mean,
what-
I think the Tool band is great, but I don't get it. They hit one bass note for 2 minutes, and I got to sit here and listen to this for 2 minutes. I already got 3 or 4 great songs. I mean, in perspective, the Andy Kaufman movie I was watching.
I was
Yes,
just thinking
yes.
and you know,
Yes.
most people didn't get it. You know,
well,
Did he
was
get-
was he?
yeah.
Let me
know,
ask you guys,
balance.
was he
You-
funny?
Greater, he was wonderful.
He was funny,
wonderful.
but it was odd. It was.
He was my
He was
favorite.
a great
genius.
actor.
Great actor.
because
Very
he involved
strange.
people. He
Very
pulled
strange.
people in.
Yeah.
Very strange.
And for
he's-
whatever reason, he was entertaining them.
Right.
Whatever you want to call it, he was entertaining them at the
You,
time.
he was entertaining them,
And
but
he
do you
was-
think that his goal was to entertain himself?
He said that in
That's
the
a,
movie.
that's a really good question.
What do you think, Becky?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
Come on.
Andy Kaufman.
She just wants pizza.
I'm not gonna lie.
She just wants pizza
I
and
was
sausage.
reading.
Oh, here you go. But
Actually,
that song.
hold on. I
go
actually
ahead.
have something about the Andy Kaufman thing real quick. Only because I was just reading a book where he had like an entire chapter in it, and one of the things he was saying was that a lot of what he was doing with a lot of his bits was specifically he just wanted to mess with the crowd.
He was
Right.
a
He
troll.
was not expecting them to get it, and if they
Right.
got it, he would get pissed off and leave.
Very strange.
Yeah.
I liked him on Taxi when he played.
he was great.
He was great. I'm
The
I
movie
love
Apparently, he
Vodka.
did not like
his
doing
best
Taxi.
character is his best character that everybody knows is Tony Clifton. Tony Clifton just is specifically
Strange as
to
shit.
piss everybody off.
Right.
Who was
That's the whole bit.
Who was
And
Tony?
he wasn't even there half the time. It was Zmuda. Bob Zmuda was the one that was there half the time, and Bob Zmuda would get kicked out of places when Andy would show up and be like, "It's not even Andy Kaufman. What the hell are we paying for right now?" His whole goal was specifically to
Right.
just fuck with the audience, and if they got the gag, he'd leave.
Really? That's the way he was.
Yeah.
When you
that's
watch the
it.
movie, it's you know you interpret it different ways, but it's like, wow, this guy was really off the wall.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know how to take some of the things that he was doing. You couldn't tell if he was, you know.
But I can see where back to your music for a minute, where you got like the pop sound for it, because it sounded like a very familiar. Like, wow, I've heard this song before, so it's very like, wow, I like this like right away. I was like, and then once you guys started singing, I'm like, holy shit, like you guys are.
I'm
like,
a plagiarist.
Are no joke.
It's catchy.
It's catchy, right?
I'll tell you right from the start. I'm a plagiarist. Any musician that runs up and thinks that they're inventing the wheel is bullshitting you.
It
okay?
sounded like something very
Bach invented the wheel. Okay, everybody after him.
There was a court case about one band suing another because they'd
a
taken
bunch of crap.
3 notes,
Yeah.
3 notes in the same order, and I'm thinking
of
there are only
nonsense.
how many notes are? Well,
Is this
I
the
should
Vanilla
know.
Ice
There's
case?
12.
There's
notes?
11 if you want to double the.
So you
whatever
know,
the
at
root.
some point,
well, like
you're
when
gonna run
rappers
into
do
these
like
combinations again.
rappers do like sampling and stuff like that. I mean, some of it is all out stealing.
Absolutely.
Some of it's all out stealing.
Absolutely.
Like when Under Pressure, when Freddie Mercury, and who took it from him? Vanilla
Vanilla
Ice
Ice.
took it from him. That was stealing. But when their song came on, it sounded very familiar. Like what?
Sure.
And you guys don't like when you guys put on a show. You guys aren't cursing because you never know who's
No,
showing up,
we
right? You
don't.
do like a family show and everything.
Well, I don't. We're a rock band. We're a hard rock band.
You're a hard
I
rock
would
band,
say,
yeah.
but there's no need for us to curse.
right.
There's no
right.
need for politics because we're going to alienate half of the crowd. Okay. And who who wants to hear a bunch of musicians talking politics? Go into politics if you want to go into politics.
Right, I know.
Shut up.
I know
play your music, right?
I know Springsteen does that a lot, and Bono
and
does that a
people are
lot.
walking out of his shows left and right.
Right.
You know?
Because
I wouldn't pay a ticket for all that money to listen to him. talk
no,
about
we're so inundated with the politics anyway.
It's out of control.
I mean, I don't mind it and the the Trump thing, but we're so inundated with Mr. Tweets all the time that I'm just you just get a little tired of it. You know,
all of them.
All of them.
But
all of them.
You can't look at Nancy Pelosi and not to get political and say take her serious.
Right.
I mean, she's an alien. She's an alien. That,
She is.
That to me shouldn't be in office. She seems senile to me. Maybe she's not. But
I
that's what
agree.
it seems like to me.
Now, can I bring up something that we talked about out there?
Sure.
You're battling cancer right now.
Hopefully it's dead, but we're not sure right now. yet.
Okay, because all right,
last year, yeah.
Let me go back a little bit.
Are
I
you
know,
in remission at this point? Is that what it is?
They haven't put me in that category
Okay.
yet. I still have there's still a tumor there, and I have about another 13. They said chemotherapies left because it's shrinking. So I've been through. Gad, you wanted to.
Yeah.
start
I just
off.
want to start off. I know Dominic Sangelo.
Who's the lead singer
since,
of the
since
band?
high school. He's the
Right.
lead singer of the band. He was one of my first EMT partners, and I saw him probably about a year ago at a bar, and I'm like, who's this guy that keeps looking at me? I'm like, who is this? He keeps moving closer, and I'm on a date. I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like, Dave Weiscrackin, and I'm like, fucking Dominic Sangelo. So, he's telling me about stuff that he was going through, and, we'll talk about that when I'll talk to him. I'm not going to bring that up on the air now. But he's like, I'm in a band, and I'm doing construction. I'm doing all this. And I go, I'd love to have you. I do a show in Hamilton. I'd love to have you guys on. We'll set the studio up. He goes, yeah, one of the main guys has cancer. And then when you told me that was you, I'm like, it just came full circle when
Gotcha.
he told me that. So the tumor's still in your chest, right? But it's not active. Is
Basically, put it in a nutshell, and I got no problem talking about it because God bless everybody has somebody in their family or somebody close to them that has to battle this and deal with it. Basically, I was stage 4 Hodgkin's. I was diagnosed last January, and I go to the Cancer Treatment Center of Philadelphia, which I'm more than welcome to give them a plug. They saved my life.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Okay, Dr. Crilly and Dr. Topolsky, and just the whole entire place they're just the nicest people. And to add a bit to the story, not to get too deep or anything, everything that goes on in life, when you deal with things like that and you go out there and you see all the people walking around bald like I was for a while, sick, everything else in life is minuscule. Always remember that, everybody. That is so important. The reality is 20, 30 years ago, I might not be here talking to you because they're just so much better at,
that just makes me admire you that much more. Not only you have this band, but you fought something and you're still fighting something like that. So that's a lot of courage. That's great.
Thanks.
I mean, I saw that picture.
I don't see it that way, but I'm just
No, I do, and I'll call it out because I've been doing in the medical field a long time, especially with Becky. We were ENT partners together, and you see a lot of people who are a lot less sick than you are who don't make it.
Yeah.
And
absolutely. And God bless you people in healthcare, man. I sit there and no offense against teachers and I listen to people whining all the time. What the healthcare people have to deal with is unbelievable. It's emotionally number one, and just physically. I mean, those people got to deal with death every day, and just cleaning people.
We have
shit. Excuse me to say it.
No, it's okay. We have odd sense of humor because we do see so many people, and I got out of it because I did it for 26 years, and I got really, really burned out.
Yeah,
because
I'm
you
sure.
just see so much of it, and it came full circle to me when I picked up a psychiatric patient, and because I have bouts of depression, I attempted suicide last November. I overdosed.
Gotcha.
But I'm in a much better spot than where I was.
Right.
Between supportive family, got rid of a lot of anchors that were holding me down, medications, so all that stuff. But my last patient, he couldn't get out of bed. He wouldn't function normal in society. And I'm like, what's the matter with you? Why don't you get out of bed and do something and function? And he's like, there's no point to it. Like, why even bother? And I was at that point, and I came full circle. And that's when I started to go up, because you can only go up from there.
Yeah.
Being where he's at, I was laying in the dark. I was barely functioning. I wasn't eating. I was, barely functioning in society. I would just go work, go home, sleep, work, go home, and sleep. Wasn't eating, wasn't taking care of myself, wasn't going to my doctors.
Right.
But once you've been in that position, and then anything else that comes to you afterwards
Right.
is small compared to the battle that you're fighting now.
Absolutely.
You know?
So basically, make a long story long is the first.
Long story short is never short story.
Right.
So when people say long story short, be prepared to sit down and listen. And I want you to know this is a good venue for you because maybe you're touching somebody whose family member had
Yeah,
cancer or
absolutely.
they're going through it. So that's a really great thing.
Like I said, I'm sure I'm sitting here with all of you in the room. Thank you so much for having me, first of all.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys. I
Absolutely.
really
Yeah,
appreciate you guys having me on. So very fun night. You guys put me on the microphone. I didn't know it was going to be.
No,
on the
we didn't.
microphone.
I didn't know either until I heard you. I'm like, we got 2 more spots open. I signaled to Gene, I want them on this way. When we do have our interview with you guys, we already
Sure.
talked to you.
Yeah.
And we already established
Cool.
that relationship on air.
So I went through it. I went through the first treatments didn't work, and one thing that they don't tell you is they don't know what's going to happen with you. So they don't want to put a mountain in front of you, and they don't tell you what's going to go on. They try something, and if that works, they go down that road. If that doesn't work, they go down another road. So the first treatments didn't work, and the chemotherapy was killing me. And I'm like, and then I went in for the PET scan 4 months later, and they were like, it grew. And I'm like, oh, great. So they said, all right. So they put me on this ice treatment, which I had to go in for 4 days straight chemotherapies.
I can't get past your voice. Like he has a great voice for radio, right?
I'm a baritone.
Real quick, you guys, they're helping me write my theme song. It's the Crocodile Rock, and
Yes.
Dominic wrote it. So maybe, hopefully, it'll be done by when they come back in 2 weeks, and we'll have a theme song to our show.
Okay, I'm game.
Not that Becky cares. She's like, fuck it. She's like talking, whatever.
Wait, I wanted to know what this ice therapy thing is.
Yeah, what's the ice therapy?
They put the
so
chemo
I-
on ice?
No, it's a 4-day
illegal
treatment. They
immigrant
admit me, and I go in there for
workers.
4 days. They pump me with chemotherapy for 4 or 5
Wow.
days straight.
Straight, 24 hours straight.
After they did 4 of those treatments, it killed the tumor 70%.
It's just 70.
70.
And you're on for 4 days straight, 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a 7-hour day. And then it's very aggressive. So I showed you the picture. I was a
Yeah.
bald. I looked like a bald. I was the whitest guinea.
You
anybody
almost
knows.
looked like an alien.
I
like
did.
like you did.
Absolutely.
But you got
I was an
your-
alien, yes.
You got your hair back at the. What?
Yeah, no eyebrows.
You did? No
I did.
eyebrows?
Absolutely, I was an alien. Yes, I looked like an alien.
Joe,
So-
I don't know if this
I
is
get that, but that's
inappropriate.
kind
I
of
don't.
rude.
Nobody.
No,
I
it's
told
okay.
them.
It's okay.
I get that. No,
I
that's
know.
still like.
But he
I don't
did.
know.
Like, no.
Listen, I
Yeah.
actually
You
have
look-
a heart.
You look. Shut up. So do I. You look much. You look much better. Like you got your
Thanks.
color back. Got your hair
Hookers
back.
usually
You
do.
got.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you look sick. You
Thanks,
look.
guys.
You
Appreciate
definitely
it.
look the part. But
Yeah, I was sickly there.
Listen, I'm not a believer in higher power. Everybody knows this. But whatever you believe in, or whatever got you through and helped you, whether it's family support, higher power, whatever.
Lots of family,
Lots of
lots of
medicine.
support. I'm grateful to
Do
the
you have-
people that were very supportive to me.
Do you have kids?
I have a 3-year-old boy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
See, I can
Wow,
I
that
can
was rough.
relate to the cancer thing
Sure.
because my dad had a brain tumor when I was
Oh,
13,
wow.
and that metastasized to his lungs, and I lost
sorry to
it.
hear
He had it for 6 months. So if they had the technology back then, your dad too. I was away at camp. I'm like, where's dad? Like, oh, he got. I came home. They're like, he got arrested. They said he was driving drunk. My father, but he never drunk. He never drank drunk. He never drank, and he hit a telephone pole and drove 11 miles on 3 wheels. He took him to the police station. They realized he wasn't drunk. Took him to the hospital where they found out he had a cancer tumor size of a small tangerine. And it was really, they drilled a hole in the back of his head. They did all the radiation, all the chemo, and he died 6 months later.
Sorry.
But it was just, it's okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It was a downhill thing. Like,
Right.
it was very, very aggressive. But did you smoke? Did you have any
No.
history of that? No smoking?
No, I don't smoke.
It just,
Yeah,
what made you go in? Were you having pain? Were you having something going on?
I had itching going on for like 6 months.
You had itching?
Itching, and there was nothing on my skin. I was itching, and this is a good forum for this. So for people that have, I didn't know what the hell it was, and I was going to my general practitioner, and then I went to the dermatologist. They're like, "There's nothing on your skin," and they're like, "We can't find it." It was like at night when I go to sleep, my body would like heat up underneath the covers, and I would wake up itching, and it got so bad. And I had a mild cough, and finally, after going to my general practitioner like 3 or 4 times, he's like, "You got to go in for an X-ray." And I went to the dermatologist, and they were like, "Give me shots for crazy stuff." Nothing worked. And I told them what was going on. And they're like, give me creams. I'm like, this cream ain't gonna do nothing. Finally, they sent me for an X-ray, and they seen the tumor in my chest.
Wow.
So it's not a good day when your general practitioner, who's a great guy, been with him for years, calls you from his ski trip and says, you got to go in for a PET scan.
Right. Not a
I'm
good
like,
thing.
oh, why? That's not good.
Right. I want to change gears a little bit.
Sure.
What do you play in the band?
I write the majority of the music.
Okay.
Dominic writes the lyrics. I play lead guitar in the
Lead
band
guitar?
live.
What do you
play?
play?
Rhythm guitar.
Rhythm guitar?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's another rhythm player. There's another guy who plays synth guitar. We have a percussion.
Oh, you have a synth guitar? Like a.
Yeah, well, he plays guitar. Sounds just like a Hammond B3. So we have like a keyboard player.
He has an
Wow.
effect on it to make it sound that way.
You want to know? You'll be looking at us going, "Where the hell is that keyboard coming from?" And it's the guy standing next to me playing through.
You guys were Gene Roque doing an acoustic set. We can move the table back and everything, and
Yeah,
set them.
we'll make it work. We'll make
We
it
can
work,
play in
guys.
the front. Yeah, we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
Don't
I mean,
worry
there's
about
plenty
us.
of room right
We're
out
cake.
front. So
We're cake.
cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This has been an interesting night. I didn't expect to have you guys on the air tonight.
Thanks
but
for having us,
After
man.
hearing,
Yeah,
I want to
That's
hear.
awesome.
I want to hear another song. Can we hear another song?
Whatever you want. You guys want to hear heavy? Let me ask you. Let me ask. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You want to hear heavier song, or you want to hear like or just a straight?
I'm going to let my guest pick. What do you guys want to hear?
You want to hear heavier song or just a rocker?
I want to hear something. Wait. When you say heavy, do you mean like melodic and dark? or-
Everything is melodic. It's just some of the songs are a little heavier.
Nightmare sounds lovely.
Nightmare is a heavier song. It's like a harder rock
Sounds
song.
like a nice Valentine's Day song, Nightmare.
Yeah.
I think we just sold
has
Nightmare.
has
I
a
think
little
that's
bit of an
exactly what's
evil
happened.
tint to it.
Yeah,
you know.
let's hear Nightmare.
Mesmerized is more of a pop song,
So we
like,
got
per se.
we got Nightmare by How have you guys come up with your name, River Monsters?
Actually, my good friend Kyle, I'm humbled and honored. My guitar's hanging on the wall at the historic Stone Pony. My booking agent, who's been booking me for over 30 years, Kyle Brendel. I'm from Tom's River. I'm like, I got a new project. I'm looking for some dates, and he's like, I said, I need a name, and he goes, "You're the River Monsters."
Remember that?
And that was it.
Remember that TV show? The guy used to fish and pull out these nasty, big ass, long fish,
Fish,
with
yes.
these nasty faces on them. Doug, you know that show I'm talking about, right? Right.
Maybe.
Okay. So let's hear Nightmare by River Monsters. Wow.
That sounds really good.
Is that Dominic singing?
Yeah, it's me and Dominic
Holy
pretty much.
crap.
Some background vocals.
I didn't know he could sing.
Wow.
I'm feeling like a Meatloaf vibe underneath.
Oh, yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There's a little disturbed
the
vibe with the
A little
barks
disturbed,
in there.
a little- yeah.
Meatloaf,
Yeah.
that's good. I like
I
that.
like.
I'll take
there's
that as a
lot-
compliment.
listen
Thank
to
you.
It again, I hear.
Cool.
I've seen him, prepare, and he's like really.
Yeah, I've seen him live.
I
there.
heard a little, what's that? Bodies hit the floor. Not that song.
Yeah, I could see that too.
A
Yeah.
little bit that rut in there.
It's
that,
got the gang vocal.
Yeah. That's. I like your music because you can understand the lyrics. So
It's
you can,
all about it.
Yeah, that's all.
Tap your foot and sing along.
You can understand the lyrics. So listen, I got tickets. You guys gave me like several tickets.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be giving away tickets on the show. You guys will be back here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
At 9:30. We'll probably. I want to go a little longer if possible. Maybe do like an hour. As long as we can, as long as we can, as long as you guys are willing to stay.
Sure.
I don't want to give away everything before the show.
The boys are all psyched to come, just so you know.
Oh, they're good?
Oh,
They're good to
yeah.
go?
They're all fired up.
Now, I'm a big T-shirt guy. Do you guys have T-shirts made up?
Not right. Not yet.
Man, I need
They're coming.
Definitely need a T-shirt. Need a river. But I will promote you on my page. We'll promote you on Hamilton Radio. We'll put them on my Weiscrackin page. And I want to thank Doug and Anthony. Thank you for coming out. Very well. I love having these guys here. I wasn't desperate. I was just kidding. I was reaching out and trying to,
No,
get
he
you
wasn't.
guys over.
I was.
No, he
I was
wasn't. Don't let him
desperate.
fool you.
No, but you know what? I'm not.
Thanks,
let
Meg.
me
Appreciate it.
Shut up. Let me plug Jerry Petito for a second. She's really good at trying to get guests, and the problem with Jerry is she tagged me in 100 different things, and I'm like, okay, I'll get in contact with them. Then I have this whole list. And I'm like, fuck. But you guys are great. I thank you so much for coming
Thank
out.
you guys.
You guys
you
are
guys
awesome.
are
Thanks, guys.
awesome.
You guys are the best.
Best of
By
luck.
the way, I
Yeah.
want to find out what that date is because I think I want to go down too.
I'll give you tickets and a CD.
Yeah.
Great.
I have tickets in my pocket if you want to.
It's February
So-
24th at Stone
Anthony,
Pony.
he wants you to get the tickets from his
You
pocket.
must dig them out yourself.
Dig them out yourself with your mouth. All right, we'll do
Absolutely.
that.
That's the only way
But-
to do
Absolutely
it.
not.
But
Get all nice and gauzy.
I want to end. Yeah, I want to end with one more of their songs.
Wait, which one were
We just heard "Nightmare."
I know that. Which one were they tossing up
Well,
before?
and then maybe on the little bit lighter side. I don't really want to say the lighter side would be like Mesmerized.
What's the Tuesday before that, Gene? That show
The-
that they're going to be here, the 22nd. You guys are on the 24th at
The 24th, yeah.
What is that? A Friday?
That's a Saturday.
No, it's Saturday.
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 So with the 20, what's the show? The 20th then? Okay, so they'll be back on the show. We'll plug the death out of their show. For
When
the
is?
next
When are
couple
you
weeks.
at the Stone Pony?
February 24th, the Stone Pony.
What time?
Great.
Who opens for your show?
The opening act. Every time I do one of these shows, I kind of run the whole night, and I always bring a music school in, and I have a friend of mine that is dean of a music school, so they're going to open the night at like 7:30, and the kids come up. It's a great thing to get the kids on a professional, big, giant Stone Pony historic stage. They're very grateful. They were very good to me when I was sick, and so I have a good friend, Steve Hershey, that runs the Rock House Music Academy.
Do you need someone to MC your event? I might know a
I ha-
comedian who
I-
does MC work, Anthony.
I have-
I do a lot of.
He does
I mean,
MC work.
I have an MC.
You have
so
an
I was
I
gonna
re-
say
already
if it's
booked one,
necessary, but usually
but
he's gonna have
yes.
something like that already booked up.
Okay.
Am,
all
am I
right.
allowed to say another?
Yeah.
Who was?
Say
I have-
whoever you want.
I have Steve Hook that is coming to.
You have Steve Hook from the Rat.
Yes, is going
Steve
to,
is
Oh,
awesome.
He's
I
going
love
to be
Steve.
emceeing the show. And am I allowed to say another plug?
Yes,
If I gotta use the
yes.
Rat. We're also being featured on Jersey Rock Live. This Thursday night, they interviewed me for on the Rat Radio at the end of Steve Hook's show.
I saw you guys. Dominic posted a picture of
Mm-hmm.
you guys and Steve Hook. I met Hook years ago, and I met him. I met him again at the
great
Belmont
guy.
Parade. He's a
I've
great
known
guy.
him for ages. I've had him on. I've been doing this for a long time. I've had him on the stage singing Rolling Stones songs.
Did you guys?
15,
You
20
guys
years
know?
ago.
You guys know Gotts too, right?
Yeah, I know Gods.
Every time I see Gotts, he's intoxicated. Like
Yes.
I've won a couple headliner hours, and they're always carrying Gotts
sometimes
out.
I try
like,
to avoid him because he's a little obnoxious.
He's a
sometimes,
he's a little. out
but that's
there,
his character. and
That's
who
Gotts.
he is. Yeah.
But you can promote. I don't care. They can promote 95. I don't care. Promote the Rat,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. Steve
Cool.
Hook. Yeah.
And Tom Hanley. Tom Hanley's show.
That'd be cool if you get Steve Hook in here when you guys are performing that night. That'd be cool.
I can talk to him, but I think he does 8 to 11.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. All right. All right, cool.
But I'll ask him. I know he also started a new show. He does political commentary on AM radio.
I know he's a big Trump supporter. I
So-
know that. I know. Yeah.
I love people that love me.
Yeah, he's that's good. That's great.
As long as he says good things about
need
me.
you to
So
love
I want to
me.
end. Listen, what song?
Mesmerized.
Mesmerized.
Yeah. And please call in the Rat Radio and request River Monster songs. We really,
Oh,
really
you guys
will
are-
they play it?
You,
Yeah.
They'll play
yeah.
it.
Yeah, and you can also go to our website. Can I plug our website?
You can
ahead.
plug whatever you want.
You can go onto our website, which is the number 2 btbmusic.com, which is 2 btbmusic.com. That's 2 btbmusic.com, and you can see all the artists that I produce. We also have another project coming out, DB Kala and the Forget Me Nots. It's the music's all based off of Phil Spector.
Phil Spector.
Phil Spector
Wow.
music. I left you a CD or two. That's coming out soon too. That's a exclusive if you guys want to play any of that.
Fine guy.
Music. Yeah, he's a weirdo, but he's a great producer and
fine person.
Bill, you're very quiet.
Well, I let Joe do all the talking. I mean, I can't compete with that voice.
You can't compete with the voice. Like
I can't do what I do without him. He's my right hand man.
That's what I do want. I'm going to be there with my girlfriend. And
Great.
I want to come backstage and see you guys
Absolutely.
before.
We'll give you passes.
What time should I be there?
We're probably going to hit the stage around 10. Like I said, I got the New Jersey Rock House going on, and then I have 2 acoustic acts.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I have a Plug Fiction acoustic, and then I have David Ulrich playing acoustic. He'll be playing like finger picking, what's his name?
Cool.
What's the guy's name? I'm not a big fan of. But
Finger picking?
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, James Taylor.
James Taylor. He's gonna do, I love Dave Aldrich. I'm not a big James Taylor
Are
fan.
you guys going to have a meet and greet after?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. It's a little crazy. And then closing the night, I have another rock band, hard rock band, or Pathway.
All right. If you
Closing
want to
night.
come back and say hi to you guys while we're back there and chill out.
Absolutely.
In the
you guys will have backstage passes. So
Yep.
If you guys show.
Well, Becky will. She'll be your.
Absolutely.
Donald Trump
she's
loves.
I'm the cage dancer.
I'm going to be looking for Becky.
That's right.
I'm bringing her costume.
She's like birthday cake. Everybody gets a piece. So
When
we're
you
gonna-
say her costume,
But if you
do
notice
mean
everybody
nothing?
enjoys it.
I'll let you bring her costume. Okay.
Doug, if you will you have a costume for Doug? He'll be your cage.
I'll
dancer.
probably be wearing the exact same costume.
Throw a wig on.
Everybody like, why
I
is
like-
this dude naked? I brought a
I like-
costume. Well, you're not bringing anything. That's the costume.
That's the costume.
I like dressing up as a German barmaid.
Oh, do you? I'm gonna talk to you after. All right, let's end with "Mesmerized" by the River Monsters. Thank you guys for coming out.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Yeah, it was
Thank
awesome.
You guys, that's the best.
With the high stockings.
There's something wrong with me. Something I cannot say. Got a hold on me. Tell me, is this life I'm living real or fantasy? I feel so